Hi, and welcome to this video series in which I will introduce you to the Leeds Phantom Pro WordPress plugin and explain its basic features and settings. As you can see, this plugin has a lot of features packed into it, and we're gonna do a separate video for each one of those. Now, this first video will be focused around what exactly is Leeds Phantom and its basic overlay settings. Leeds Phantom Pro is the ultimate tool for internet marketers. It gives you the ability to lease out your rankings by overlaying your client sites on top of yours, and allows the web crawlers to crawl the page underneath the overlay without you losing your current rankings or anything like that. So this plugin was built around the concept of multiple layers, which is to give you total control over how you lease the pages and managing leases, and still you can automate the process and just sit back and watch the money flow. So okay, let's dive right in. So as you can see, this is a fresh installation of the plugin, and the first thing you're gonna want to do is go to the payment settings and set up your payment information. Since this is a demonstration video, I have set it to testing mode, and I have specified a global renting amount of $19.79 United States dollars. I have specified my recipient email and a description that will be shown to the users when they purchase or when they lease the product. So let's get back to the Phantom settings. Okay, so how this works is, if you set a URL in here, this URL that you set in here will overlay the entire page as the default URL. So let me just grab a URL of wikipedia.org and set it as the default URL. Okay, before I set it, let me just show you the page. So this is the page out of the box, fresh WordPress installation. You can see the posts and everything. I have created some test categories and added some test posts to it so that you can understand clearly what is going on here. So this is the page currently, but if we enable the overlay, now all of the posts and pages will be overlaid by this URL. So this is the home page, and now this will be overlaid by the Wikipedia page. You can see. And if we open up posts and select any post, let's say from the technology category, click view, and this will be overlaid by that default URL. All of these posts will be overlaid by that default URL. See. Okay, let's go back to the Phantom settings. So this was the first layer. Now the second layer is if you want to specify a different URL for different categories. Let's say you saw that we had business posts and sport posts and technology posts. Now if we wanted to display Wikipedia.org on all posts except the business posts, we could specify a URL in here, whatever that was. For example, let's say Business Insider, or we can disable the overlay entirely for this category, but the rest of the posts will have the default one unless specified. So let me just put in the Business Insider in here. Just click the submit button, and let me find a post from the business category. Business, okay, there are two posts in the business. Opening the second one, you see now this post in the business category is overlaying the Business Insider, but if we open a post in the sports, let's say, now since this category has nothing specified into it, we will go one level down and look for the default URL, which is Wikipedia, and that's what we are getting in here. See? Okay, close this. Now let's say you wanted to completely disable the overlay on the technology post. You just click this disable link, go to the technology post. See, there are the first two posts belongs to the technology category. We just open and we see that they are disabled. Let's open the first post. Exactly the same results, but if we open the sports or business, they will be overlaid by what we have set in the category, and if there is nothing set in the category, they will go one level down and look for the default URL. In this case, the default URL is the Wikipedia, so that's how the basic overlay settings work. Now let's just clear this and let's leave the default URL to wikipedia.org so that all posts and pages have this. Okay, now let's move on to a higher layer, which is the leads control. In this section you can specify the URLs for specific posts and pages rather than categories or the entire site. So if you put a URL in this section, this will override the default URLs that were in the Phantom settings. So if we are to open the posts, everything you see in here is currently overlaid by the Wikipedia website because that is set as the default URL. Let's see, technology. See, this is being overlaid by Wikipedia as the default URL. But now if we, let's say, specify a different URL to the first post on technology, let's say we want the Internet Archive. I just put the URL in here, click submit, and now this first post on technology will be overlaid by this URL. Here it is. But the other posts will still be overlaid by the default URL since there is nothing in here. So you see the second post in technology, even though they belong to the same category, they are being overlaid to different URLs. And this is one of the most amazing features this plugin provides. Okay, so now let's say you wanted to completely disable a overlay in a specific post or page. Let's say in a page. We open this page and we will see that, let me just close this. We can see that this is currently being overlaid by the default URL, which is Wikipedia. But if we wanted to completely disable the overlay on this particular page, we can just must disable it, click submit, and now this page will show the default content. Just like that. It's the same on posts. Let me open the second posts and sports. This will be overlaid by Wikipedia also, unless we specify something else on the category or on the post itself. Now if I must disable, this will show the default content. As you can see, this is the default post content without being overlaid by anything else. But even though it's in the sports category, if we open the first post in sports, this will be overlaid by Wikipedia because we have not disabled it. So the first post in sports is not disabled. This will show Wikipedia, but the second post is. Okay, so this was all about manual overlaying pages and leasing pages, but there is another better way, and that is automatically leasing pages. Now what I mean by that is, if I need to clean this up and I just enable this CTA, it's a pop-up, call to action pop-up, which shows on every page that we enable, so that users can automatically run that page and we can just sit back and watch the money flow. So let me just enable that, and now whatever post we click on will display that pop-up, so you can see, and here it is. Not just those two, every post and page we click that has this feature enabled will display this CTA pop-up, and this allows users to run this page or to lease this page automatically without you having to write down the URL on the post you want to lease or category or whatever it is. So let's say okay, so let's try to run the page automatically. So you remember the first screen when we set the payment settings and the price. Now, since this is the highest layer of this application, you can override that default price in here. So the default price was let me just see it. The default price was $19.79, and if I go to the lease control and put another price on second post in sports, let's say 25.55. Now this will be the price for a month of leasing this post. This will override the default post. So if I click this submit button to save the changes and go to the second post of sports and try to rent it, this will be the price that I have to pay for this lease, say. So we are presented by this default pop-up, which has some placeholders, and I'll show you later. You can change them in the lease settings. We have control over the over how this CTA pop-up looks, the button, the text in the button, the text in the title, the content, and everything. You can customize in here, the opacity, everything. So this plugin really has a lot of features, and yeah, okay, just let's try to run this page. So I click order now. I'm gonna use a test user in here just to demonstrate how this works. Let me just let's say I wanted to lease this page. I wanted to show this URL in this page that I want to lease, and I want this page leased for 1 month. I can do a 3-month trial to see how my page will look like if I were to lease this page, or I can just order this right away. But I will click this 3-month trial so that you can see how this works. So I'm presented with my website. In this case, this is not my website, but it's for demonstration purposes only. And here I can see how it looks like in this page that I'm about to rent, and if I like it, I can just click this order now button. But regardless if I rent or not, my records have already been captured by this software, and they are stored in the leads section right here. You can see the name, the email, the URL I wanted to overlay, and the post I was interested on, the date and time, and the status if I have ordered or not. Okay, so now if I want to run this page, I can just click this order now button, and I will be taken to the PayPal account where I will have to pay. You see, $25.55, the amount I have specified in this lease control panel. C2555. Let me just pay this. Click this pay now button and wait a few seconds until the transaction gets completed. Now I click this link to be taken back to the previous page which I rented, and now I should see my we're presented with a greetings pop-up, and now I can see my site is overlaying this page automatically. Regardless if I have set some URL in here previously, if a user runs this page, this whatever URL you have put in here will get overridden by what users lease, and this will be disabled. So this was the second post on sports, and you can see here it says available, but if I do a reload now, you can see that this will be marked as leased, and this URL and the price will be completely disabled. Okay, so I will have to remove this so that I don't show that CDA and embarrass my users. Oh, I forget to save this. Sorry. Okay, if I do a reload now, this won't show up. So, and this is a complete example of how this automatic leasing process works. Okay, so this was automatic leasing, and you can see in the lead section now the status of this has been changed to active leads, and you can see the start date and the end date. So this will expire on November 7, 2015, and you can see the amount I had to pay, the post I rented, the URL I have put in that post, my email address, name, and stuff like that. And if I wanted to, let's say, send him an email or delete, I could just select this, hit apply, and then send him an email. Okay, so you already saw the payment settings. That's easy. You just have to have a PayPal account so that you can receive the payments. If you don't have a PayPal account, you just go and create one in PayPal. Otherwise, you won't be able to use this automatic leasing, because it won't work. Now let's get back to the lease settings, and let me go back to a page that isn't leased already, and let's say sample page. Now you can see this CDA pop-up shows up, but you can change the text in here, the texting button, the colors of the button, and everything is customizable. So let's say this is the CDA title, this button, and if I hit submit, I can see that they have now been replaced by what I have set in here. So you can see this is fully customizable. If I click this button and see the pop-up, and it already tells me that I can change the style in lead settings in the admin dashboard, and we are in lead settings. So I will set the title here. This is the title, and this is the content. As you can see, nice logo here, text content, lists, and everything. So how you do this is you can add a logo in here. You can just specify some text you want to show, and you can create a list if you want. So as the just putting random characters just to illustrate how this works. Now if I reload this page, I can see that this content of the pop-up has been replaced. Yeah. So this is fully customizable, and this plugin has a lot of features, so make sure you try everything. And okay, so now I'm gonna change the color of this CDA pop-up. We can even change the position. We can make it stretch the whole width of the screen. We can make it full screen. We can make it display in the top and things like that. So let me just make it bottom full width and just click that switch and then reload the page. You can see this is now full width. If I want to make it full screen, I just click this full screen, click this submit, and now this will be in full screen mode. You can see this is in full screen mode, and users can just click that little X button and continue browsing the page, and whenever they feel like they want to order, they can just click that little placeholder and open this pop-up. Now let me just change the default color of this, which is blue. Let me just make it white, for example. Okay. Now this is gray, and if I add a little bit of opacity in here, this will completely change the look and feel of this. As you can see, now we can see through a little bit. If we increase the opacity even more, we can see the website behind clearly. Yeah. Okay, and this still works. Okay, let's leave it default. Now I can change the color of the text in this button, and let me just make it to white, for example. Now I've removed the white color. I've set to the default one, which was a blue, and I have set the text color, which is the CDA text color, to white, and I'm going to set the button color to white also. You just reload the page. As you can see, this is white. Now let me change the color of the button itself to let's say do a white one. So I want that color right here, and I want the text to be kind of like dark. If I hit reload and see, now the button has a different color. You can see the hover effect works. The text is still white, and everything works just fine. Now I can make it default again. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you saw how to rent a page automatically. You saw the process of overlaying pages manually using different layers. Now there is one more feature I want to talk to you about, and that is the phantom links. Now this is an awesome feature. First let me go Wikipedia. Okay, let me just go to Leads Control and disable the CDA pop-up and the overlay so that we can see clearly what's going on. So I'm going to disable the CTA for all pages, and now I'm going to open the sample page and go to the pages to see its content. Oh, sample page is being overlaid by the default URL. Wants to disable all posts and pages, just so that we can see what's going on behind the scenes. So this is the page. As you can see, there is some contents in here, and okay, let me go to the pages and edit the content of this page. Now as you can see, there is one link. Add it, and let me just add a bunch of links to this. So first one could be http dailymail.co.uk, dailymail.uk. So this is the first link I'm going to add, and this is another one. Okay, so there are two links in this page. Let me add another one. In this case, I will add the WordPress link. Okay, so there are three links which I have added, and there is a link down below here, which is the default one. Let me click update to update the content of this page, and if I reload now the page, we should have the links in here, yes. And if I view the source code, the links will be displayed in the source code also. Let me just find where that is. Okay, you can see Daily Mail, New York Times, and the WordPress.org. Now, what this Phantom Links does is it hides the links completely from the search engines, but you can still see them and click them in the content of the page. So let's say, okay, let's enable this feature. Click this submit, and now when I see in the source code, those links won't show up after I reload. You see, there is no link, but on the real page, when humans can see, there are links. As you can see, Daily Mail, New York Times, WordPress, and they work just fine. Let's try Daily Mail UK. Yeah, it works just fine. Okay, now what? Now, if I wanted to allow some domains through, I could specify in here. So let's say currently all links are hidden, but if I wanted to allow the links from WordPress.org, I could just specify the domain in here, .org, and all the links from WordPress would be allowed through, but others will be stripped out, so the search engines could not see the Daily Mail and the New York Times, but they could see the WordPress.org links. Let's say this is our friend or affiliate, and we want to show his link on the source code, but the other links we don't want to show, so that's the best case scenario we could do. So if I specify the New York Times in here and click submit, now the New York Times will be allowed also, but the Daily Mail will not be allowed through. So there is WordPress and there will be New York Times, but the Daily Mail is still hidden. And if I go to view this page, so you can see these two links are perfectly working, and then there is this third one which is hidden in the source code, and this works just fine, just like the other links. See? And that was all about the phantom links. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.